Hi, Miss. Thank you for spending your time for being here. And shall we start our session about measuring happiness students during MCO? So, at first, what is your name?
Well, thank you for inviting me. My name is Nur Azra Afrika, and you can call me Miss Azra only.
How old are you?
I'm 21 years old this year.
Right, still young. Where are you from?
I'm from Sipitang, Sabah.
Uh, do you know about happiness?
Yes, I do know about happiness in general.
Hmm. How about your current condition in campus during MCO?
Well, my current condition during MCO in this campus is that I think it's very average for everyone, especially students, because students need to focus on their goals, which is studying and also completing their syllabus.
Yes.
Even though we are currently in MCO pandemic,
Hmm.
if us, a student, can can create our own happiness by doing
Yeah.
our hobbies or anything that make us happy in just a simple way, I
Yes.
think that's pretty good for us.
Yes. Okay. So first, um, Miss Azra, do you think happiness is important?
Yes, I do believe that happiness is important to us in order to make us to make us avoid from getting mental breakdown and anything that have negative vibe on it. So yeah.
Hmm. All right. Move to other question. Do you know about measuring happiness is different by individually?
Yeah, for that questions, I do agree with that each individual have their own happiness. That me myself,
Hmm.
my happiness is based on how I try to spend my time,
Hmm.
which is I really like to belong since I am a very introverted person.
Hmm.
So I put my happiness when I just do less energy
Hmm.
needed in any activities. And yeah, some of the people also, their happiness is based on how they spend their time with lovers
Hmm.
and their
Yes.
beloved persons. And I can see that on my friends, where she really happy when she got to spend her time with her family during midterm break,
Yes.
which is she got to spend with them during MCO.
Do you know how to measure happiness?
Yeah, for some reason, I think I know how to measure happiness, but measuring happiness has own um, their own ways based on different persons lah,
Hmm. Yes.
again. And then yeah, on my own happiness, I can measure it based on how exactly my mind going to think for daily life. For example,
Hmm.
when I have a lot of assignments
Yes.
and at the same time I have to attend lab session, which is
Yes.
needing me as a student to be physically attending the session.
Yes. The class.
Yeah, I'm not quite happy with that.
Why?
Yeah, because during MCO, we already teach ourselves to
Huh?
be to attend our class online.
Yes.
So yeah, I like it that way because it doesn't require me a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hmm. Let's move to other questions. As a student, as a daughter, um, how do you maintain your happiness during this MCO?
Hmm. During MCO, especially when we are students that live specifically in UMS
Hmm?
and far from our family,
Mm-hmm.
The way I handle my happiness is by creating my environment in a good ways, in a positive vibe. So yeah, during this MCO, I have to create a social connection with as someone new here.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I handle my happiness is by trying to keep myself involved with other people who is giving me a positive vibe. So I try to avoid toxic people.
All right, let's move. Do you have any suggestions, Miss Azra, to to maintain your happiness during this MCO?
Any suggestions? As I am a student,
Hmm?
I would try to suggest fellow students to keep on in to keep themselves away from any pandemic causes such as we're in the pandemic periods right now,
Hmm.
so we need to at least follow the SOP provided to us.
All right.
Mhm.
Next, how do you handle your happiness during this MCO in campus that forces us to do all the classes assessment and assignment in online?
In order for me to handle my happiness during this is by keeping all things that happen for towards me in a positive way. For
Okay, last but not least, what are the three things that make you happy in your daily life, especially in this campus?
the three things that make me happy is first one is I have a new friends, a new roommates, a new classmates, and I can finally meet my lecturer.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second one is I can finally explore everything in this UMS and also outside of the UMS, which is Kota Kinabalu. Things that make me happy might be that I can finally focus on myself instead of having to do house chores or do things that a daughter are expected to do.
All right, Miss Azra, thank you for spending your time here. Wish to see you in other time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Shalene. How are you?
Emilia, I'm good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Before we start, I want to interview you. Is it my voice loud and clear?
Yes,
Okay. So where are you now?
I'm at Kuching, Sarawak. I'm just
Oh,
finished my study and now currently I'm waiting for my result.
where do you study? I forgot. Circulation, is it?
Uh,
Where is it?
yes, I studied at College Matriculasi Sarawak.
Oh, okay. So are you ready? We start with the first question. Do you
Okay.
know about happiness?
Yes, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
happiness is a emotional state where we feel joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment in our life.
All right. And how's your current condition in campus during MCO?
My current condition in campus during MCO is I'm just doing fine and as usual busy because we as a student always busy
Student.
with our study.
Right. Thank you. Do you think happiness is important? And why?
Yes, of course. Happiness is very important because, as I mentioned just now, happiness is when we feel joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. And when we feel the joy and satisfaction in our life, we will be motivated to live our life until we achieve our life goal.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, next question. Do you know that measuring happiness is different by individuals? Why?
Yes, I think um, Yes, because different people have different perspective in life.
Yes.
Because we see something in a different way. Because some will find their happiness even in a small thing, and some people will find their happiness in a luxury thing such as big car, big house, and branded item like that.
So my third question is, do you know how to measure happiness?
I'm not very sure about that, but as I mentioned just now, different people have different perspective in their life, so they will measure their happiness based on what they see and based on their own way.
Question number 4. How do you maintain your happiness during MCO?
How do I maintain my happiness during MCO is I get myself to connected with friends and spend my time with family and doing things that I love, such as now I love to reading books, so I read as much as I can.
So you read a lot of books?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Do you have any suggestion to maintain happiness during MCO?
Yes, I have few points in my opinion. Do not isolate ourselves from socializing with other people.
Mhm.
Of course, socialize through the social media, and
Yes.
we need to keep doing what we love.
All right, good. How do you handle your happiness during MCO in campus that forces us to do all classes, assessment, and assignment online? How do you handle it?
Yeah. As we all know, study during this MCO is very tough for us as a student because we need to face the new norm in our life. But to survive the study life, we need to stay positive and keep in mind that if others can do, we also can do it. So we
Yes.
can survive the our study life. And then to keep the happiness in our life when we are still studying during the MCO, of course, we need to socialize with friends to release our stress and accept the new norm that we're facing now.
All right. The last question. The last question is, what are the three things that make you happy in your daily life?
First thing is
Mm-hmm.
to know that God still give me another chance to live. That make me happy and yeah, keep my happiness in my life. And the second thing is to know that I still have friends, family that always support me every day through my life. And the third thing that keep my happiness is I know that I still have food to eat, clothes to wear, and a place to chill me and my family. That's what make my happiness.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Okay.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
that's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for answering all the questions.
Okay, my
See you
pleasure.
again.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. How are you doing today?
Hi, Waalaikum Salam. I'm doing fine today.
Oh, that's good. Shall we start?
Yes.
First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Sharifana Fiza and I'm a student from University Malaysia Sabah. Right now we are doing interview session for ongoing assessment for my subject, which is oral communication. May I know what is your name?
My name is Nur Afina Singh and you can call me Afina.
Oh, okay, Fina. How old are you and where you from?
I'm 21 and I'm from Penang.
Okay. How your current condition in campus during MCO?
I'm doing great. I just control myself not to be stressed.
Okay. My next question is, do you know about happiness?
Yes, I know about happiness. Happiness is a positive emotion that everyone should have and feel.
Okay. Do you know? Do you think happiness is important?
Yes, without happiness, we cannot see people smile and people laugh in their daily life.
Okay. Next question is: do you know that measuring happiness is different by individuals?
Yes, of course. My happiness and your happiness is not the same. As an example, maybe some people feel that money is their happiness, but for me, food is my happiness.
Okay. Nice. My my third question is: do you know how to measure happiness?
Yes, for me, by looking at someone smile and laugh, how big their smile is how I measure their happiness.
Okay. How do you maintain your happiness, Afina?
The way I maintain my happiness is I will always make myself to think positive and surround myself with positive people.
Okay, do you have any suggestions to maintain happiness during MCO?
As for me, I stay connected. Stay connected is important because when during MCO, you are staying alone in your room. So for me, I just call my friend and talk about our life.
Okay. My next question is: how do you handle your happiness during MCO in campus that forces us to do all classes assessment and assignment online?
Actually, I didn't control my happiness because it just come and go. As a student, I just make myself busy, but uh, everyone is stressed because we need to do assignment during MCO. For me, as a student, we need to complete our assignment. Then after I complete all my assignment, that is my truly happiness.
Okay. Okay, Afina, we are at the end of this session. My last question is: what are the three things that make you happy in your daily life?
First, of course, food. Second thing, when I make people happy. And the third thing is self-love.
Okay, I appreciate your time to answer all my questions for today. Thank you very much, Afina.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi,
by the way, what is your name?
my name is Nur Emily Diana Vidyarazadi. Just call me Emily.
Oh, okay, Emily. So how old are you?
I'm 21st this year.
Okay, where are you come from? Where you study and where are you come from?
I'm from Malacca, but right now I'm currently in University of Malaya taking law.
Oh, interesting. Do you know about happiness, Emily?
Of course, because I think everyone have their own perspective on it. So yeah.
So, how your current condition in campus during MCO?
Great, but sometimes I do feel down too, especially after knowing that we're gonna have a total lockdown started from this first June. So it's my first time having a lockdown in campus, so it's a bit terrifying.
Question is, do you think happiness is important for you?
Yes, I do think happiness is important, at least for me, because I think happiness is probably one of the most significant aspect of life. Thus, this way also can prevent people with mental illness to cope with their emotion, especially people with depression or anxiety, so that we can decrease the amount of suicide. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know that measuring happiness is different by individuals?
Yeah, sure. Because I believe that everyone has their own standard of happiness. Maybe one happiness is by doing the things they like, and another one is by being with the one they love. Besides, everyone's journey in life is different. So, of course, they have their own kind of or standard of happiness.
Okay. Do you know how to measure happiness?
I think the most simplistic way to measure happiness is by smiling or laughing, like how wide one smile and how loud one's laughing. Because I think to see whether one is happy is by doing both.
Okay. So, how do you maintain your happiness during MCO?
By doing things I like, for instance, watching Netflix or just sleep. It is exhausted to have a lot of class in one day. So I guess by doing things I like, gonna keep me in track and maintain my happiness.
Okay. Do you have any suggestion to maintain happiness during MCO?
Like I said before, doing things you like or maybe being with the one you love. If you have classes every day, make a space, make a free time for you at least an hour to release your stress. Besides, if you are too scared for classes, especially during MCO, later you will not focus on your study. So, yeah, make time for yourself.
Oh. How do you handle your happiness during MCO in campus that force us to do all classes, assessment, and assignment online?
I will take a day to spare my time from doing assignment. As for my online class, if I don't understand a thing, I will try to ask my course mate. In this way, it can reduce the burden a bit to understand the topic itself. Also, if I'm stressed, I will express my problems through my friends or maybe the lecturer I like.
Oh. So my last question is, what are the three things that make you happy in your daily life? Three things.
Firstly, having good people surround me, uh, doing things I like, and thirdly, listening to songs that I love. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for joining me for this interview. I hope you can find your happiness in your daily life, although we are in the middle of MCO. Thank you, Emily. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me too.
I have a few questions about measuring happiness during this MCO as a student. So, so I have a basic question and issue question. So first, we begin this interview with basic question first. Uh, what is your name?
My name is Viviana. You can call me Fifi.
Okay, hi Fifi. How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Oh, what? Where is you from?
I'm from Kota Belud, Sabah.
Okay. Do you know about happiness?
Yes, I know about happiness.
Okay. Fifi, how's your current condition in campus during this MCO?
Everything is fine,
Mm.
but our movement has been district.
Okay. Moving to the next question. Do you know that measuring happiness is different by individual?
Yes, I do. Every person have their own level of happiness.
Okay. Fifi, do you know how to measure happiness?
Yes, when you feel your mind free from everything, especially from your problem, and that feeling will lead you to a positive vibe.
Okay.